Greetings, everyone. My name is Deshazio Merriweather, and I will be your art instructor for art appreciation this summer. Um, Due to some opportunities that I've received to travel to New York and see some very interesting art exhibits, we will not be having our initial class on May 27th. We will not be having our class on May 27th. Our initial class will be on Saturday, June the 3rd. Saturday, June the 3rd at 10:15 until 12:15 will be our initial class. But we still have art assignments that are due, so I want to take this time to tell you about those art assignments and to give you a detailed look on how the class will operate. There's usually some points of contention in my class during that initial class meeting because some people are confused on how the grading system works and how the assignments will be turned in. So this is a perfect time for us to talk about that. The first point of contention, the thing that kind of throws people off, is that we do have a production class. It is art appreciation, but we do produce artwork. We will produce artwork based on the chapters that we cover. For example, if we are talking about sculpture that week, then you will create a sculpture. If we're talking about painting, you will create a painting. So once you look at your syllabus, I won't specify what you'll be creating exactly, but it will always be related to what we're covering in the chapters. So that's a part of our grading system. So you'll get 50 points a week for the artwork that you create. Some people are kind of turned off by that, but you will be graded based on your engagement and your participation. So not the quality of your artwork. You don't have to worry about that. But art production is a part of your grade. It'll be 50 points of your weekly 200 points. And I'll talk about that towards the end of this video. But that is one thing that we do. We create art, and that's usually in class. But for this week, you'll create that artwork at home. Secondly, you do need your book for my class. The name of the book is A World of Art by Henry Sayre. This is the 8th edition. You can buy this from the campus bookstore. Make sure you can see that. You can purchase this from the campus bookstore, or you can purchase it if you find any online outlets where you can find a very competitive price. My students have told me they found some very competitive prices finding the book online, so you can do it that way. One thing that I'll tell you to do is don't purchase the code. Sometimes they've given an online code that you can purchase and then download the book in that method, but do not do that. The Pearson technology does not jive well with our Blackboard technology. But if you can do it at all, please don't purchase that code. Buy the book, buy the paper version, the hardback version, or buy a disc that contains the book, but don't buy the code. Please don't do that. But we need the book because we get our terminology and we get our chapter questions from the book as well. So that's another part of your weekly assignments. We will get vocabulary, terminology, and chapter questions from each of the chapters that we cover throughout that week. So those answers will come directly from your book. Getting answers online is not really reliable. You can try it, but when I grade your work, I'm grading based on the answers that I can find in the book and the terminology as well. So chapter questions will be another 50 points of your 200 weekly points. We do work online. This is a hybrid class, so we do a lot of work online. We turn in all assignments online outside of our art production. And another part of our online work is that we have discussion questions. We have a discussion question that is based on the chapters that we answer and the things that we talk about throughout the class session. So you can find that discussion question in the discussions area of your Blackboard module. It's toward the left side. In the middle of that left area, you'll see the word discussions. So that's another 50 points. And the discussion questions are very, very simple. They'll be related to whatever we're talking about. And what you'll do is you'll answer the discussion question directly, but then you'll also respond to one of your classmates' answers. So if you do both of those things, you'll receive 50 points. And we're going to talk about that toward the end of the video as well. So that's 3 assignments that we have per week. And the 4th one is an art analysis. You will choose an artist or a work of art from whatever chapter that we're talking about, and you will analyze that work of art. Because once again, I won't be there for this initial class assignment, it's going to be very, very simplified this time. You will choose any work of art, and your analysis of that work of art will be telling me whether you like the work of art and telling me why or why not. So very, very simple. So just to recap, you have 200 possible points every class session. There's 50 points for the art assignment, the production assignment. There's 50 points for answering the chapter questions with the terminology. There's 50 points for answering the discussion question, and there's 50 points for the terminology. I believe that we meet 9 times throughout the summer. So 9 times 2, that's 1,800 points. And the final will be worth 200 points. So 2,000 points is the goal. 1,600 points is really the goal. That's when you have an A, but we all want to overachieve and reach that 2,000 point mark. So just to recap again, art production, when you produce artwork, you're going to have your chapter questions that come directly from the book and terminology. You're going to have your discussion question, which will be found online, and then you will have your art analysis, which will also come from the book. Sounds like a lot, but you're going to see once you check on Blackboard, I'm going to be very detailed on what I require from you, and it won't be very challenging this time. So hopefully I was descriptive enough in this video. If not, you can also email me throughout the week and throughout the weekend, and I will answer those questions that you have in more detail. Now, on to the assignments. The first thing that I need for you guys to do is your art production assignment will be that you need to create a self-portrait. I need you to draw a picture of yourself. I would prefer that you looked in the mirror and drew a picture of yourself, or if you take a picture of yourself with your cell phone, and do that as well. But I want you to draw yourself as accurately as possible. Our first chapter is going to talk about a world of art and the different ways that we value art. So we're going to talk about that and just talk about the value of a self-portrait. So you're going to turn that into me on June 3rd when we meet initially, and that will be worth 50 points. So that's the only thing that you're going to turn into me physically. Everything else needs to be uploaded to Blackboard. So your chapter questions will come directly from chapters 1 and 2. I will specify what questions that I want answered. You will find that on your Blackboard module. It will be labeled chapter questions 1 and 2. It will be labeled May 27th. So if you know how to access Blackboard, this could be very, very simple. For those who don't, still contact me online, contact me via email, and on June 3rd, I will show you how to access your Blackboard. But for everyone else, I expect for you to upload that content to your Blackboard module. It'll be labeled Chapter Questions, Chapter 1 and 2, May 27th. So that'll be your second assignment. Your third assignment will be a discussion question. You will find the discussions area of your Blackboard module. The question will be, do you consider yourself an artist? It's very, very simple. Do you consider yourself to be an artist? Why or why not? So you'll answer that question, and then you will respond to somebody else who answers that question as well. So if you answer the question and you say, I don't consider myself an artist because I can't draw, and then you'll wait on somebody else to respond, and they'll say, well, I can't take photographs, so I don't think that I'm an artist. And then you can just respond, well, I can't take photographs either. So it's very, very simple. You're going to answer the question, and then you're going to respond to somebody else's answer as well. So you'll get your full 50 points for that. So you're going to answer that question in the discussions area. So you're not going to upload an answer to the Blackboard module. You're going to actually locate the discussion question on Blackboard, and then you'll find it and enter your answer that way. And then finally, you're going to have your art analysis. I want you to select a work of art from chapter 1 or chapter 2, and you're going to analyze it. We're not going to analyze it very, very specifically. You're going to say, I like this work of art because it's colorful, or I dislike this work of art because I don't know what it is. So we're going to be very, very simple. And then as the semester progresses, we'll be more detailed, and we'll start to include artist terminology. So you have an art production of yourself, a drawing of yourself that I need you to complete. I need chapter questions from chapter 1 and 2, which I'll specify, upload those to Blackboard, answer the discussion question in the discussions area of your Blackboard module. module, and then also analyze a work of art that you find in chapters 1 and chapter 2. All assignments will always be due before midnight on the following week. So they won't be due until the night of June 3rd. So May 27th's work will not be due until the night of June 3rd before midnight. So you have a full week to locate the textbook, check on Blackboard for my questions that I pose, and then do all of your work. And I look forward to seeing you guys on June 3rd at 10:15. It's a very exciting class. It has a university level workload, as you can see, but it's not extremely challenging. If you have any friends or family members who have taken my course, I'm confident that they'll say that it's enjoyable. So I really look forward to seeing you guys. Hopefully I can bring you back some beautiful, interesting, inspiring artwork from New York City. And I'm excited. I'm always excited to meet new talent, latent talent. A lot of us have artistic talent that we haven't cultivated over the years, or that we didn't realize that we had. So that is really the main point of my art appreciation course. Once again, my name is Deshazio Merriweather. If you need to contact me, it is deshazio.merriweather@calhoun.edu, which will also be on your syllabus. Have a good evening, everybody. I look forward to seeing you.